Hello, beautiful people. I really just want to see if this works. How's the quality? Let me know, guys. How's the quality of the internet? It feels a little choppy, or at least that's what it looks like for me. Hi, guys. Hi, all the way from Jamaica. Say hi, Square. Hi. See? We're at Luna Seas. Hey. This place is so beautiful. Before I give you guys the downloads, I'll show you guys it. Isn't it amazing? Hi, guys. How's the internet quality? Can you hear and see me okay? Hi. I don't think the internet's so good. Good morning. The quality's okay? Yes, it's great. Hey. I can't wait. Hey, Kay. I can't wait to see you. Hey, Carrie. Hey, Lola. Hey, K Swim. Hear you good? Okay, good, because I have some downloads. This isn't going to be long. I'm not going to like pull cards on it because I already broke them down on Patreon, or at least started to break down these energies. As you can see from the title, there's something kind of ancient about it, right? Like that saying, Pandora's box, unleashing of Pandora's box. That's an archaic saying. And I'll be really honest, I don't know much about the history about Pandora's box, but I did hear the channeled message about whatever's in it being released. So this makes me feel like it's something that has been trapped for a very, very long time, something that could almost be a cult, like purposely made a secret, kept coveted, kept hidden. I also feel like this is a bit of chaos energy. I feel like there is a bit of chaos that is going to be unleashed, and I honestly feel though it's not anything that wasn't already there. So the only difference is that like the chaos existed inside the box. It's now that this box is unleashing this chaos so that it can almost dissipate. In the box, it's very condensed, it's very powerful, it's very potent. But outside of the box, it almost becomes diluted, like adding water to juice. So I feel like there is a need for certain energies to be unleashed regardless of the nature of it. I also feel like some of you guys are Pandora's box and you are about to release whatever it is, whether it's, for many of you, it's like unleashing a lot of creative energy that has been pent up inside you for a very, very long time. Some of you guys don't live out creativity at all. Some of you guys deem yourself as non-creative people and kind of like decide what you think are creative people and then kind of like constitute yourself as not being creative. Some of you guys through your spiritual journey and doing that inner work revealed a lot of your creative nature, even if it's not artistic. Creativity is not governed by artisticness. Okay, so you're expanding the idea of creativity, which is allowing you to actually be creative when you didn't maybe before because you thought, well, I'm not artistic, or, I'm not feminine, or, you see the bird? My guides love when I read a bird frankincense. The birds. Anyways, so there was that. Now, here on the island, some weird shit was going on with the water. And it made me kind of think of this channeled message. So there are some, not all of them, but there are certain particular water sources that we frequent that were practically bone dry. And it was very disturbing to see that, like certain rivers and stuff, certain pools, like natural pools, were completely dry. So I was like, what the hell's going on? Because I know certain times a year you've got low season, you've got high season, and that's fine. But I've been coming to Jamaica for years and I ain't never seen water like literally disappear in a short period of time. Like I was here only a few months ago. So we were talking about it and they were saying that it was more like mechanically engineered, that it wasn't nature. Because I was like, maybe the sea is pulling all this water, like the seas connected to all the rivers, so maybe the sea's pulling it, has a need for it. So if we look at all the water energies, maybe Piscean energy is pulling on Cancerian and Scorpio energy for what it needs. Or sorry, it would be Cancerian or Scorpio energy pulling on Pisces or Cancer energy, if that makes sense. It's the cardinal water, so it would be Cancer. Cancerian energy right now is pulling on Piscean and Scorpio energy. If this was like a natural occurrence, right? But I was talking with the team and they're like, no, it seems like this isn't natural. So what was the river in Africa that you guys were talking about that was drying up?
Euphrates.
The Euphrates River. Have you guys heard about the Euphrates River and the prophecies surrounding the Euphrates River? So supposedly it's drying up, but that was prophesized. And the Rastas were explaining to me how there were supposedly angels that lived, that folklore said lived underneath this river. And they were collating the drying up of the rivers here to the drying up of the Euphrates. How do you say it again? Euphrates. Euphrates River. And then it made me think, and then somebody was like, it could be a dam. Like somebody put a man-made dam up to block the water from running freely. And then we were talking about, all the reasons why that would possibly be. But then I looked at it from like a metaphorical perspective. And collective, there was somehow, and it kind of leads to the message about the Matrix, there was an artificial dam. It is spiritual. There was a dam that was put up to block almost you. So if you have a river running through you, which is your spiritual current, so you download from here and this current goes all the way through you, right? Thank you so much. And there's a blockage. We talk about blockages in the spiritual community all the time and how we're trying to clear them, how we're trying to liberate ourselves from them. But then we don't really talk about the energies that actively work to try to put those dams up and why. It is spiritual in nature. You guys insist that God doesn't make the polarities, but I swear God did. But anyways, I feel like part of this Pandora's box energy is also this like breaking of the dam and the releasing of tons and tons of water, i.e. emotions, sentient energy. So like your own, because clairsentience is clear feeling, which is rooted in the element of water. Out of all the clear senses, clairsentience, that's clear knowing. And I believe that comes from the water element, the information that we get from emotions, feelings, the feelings of ourselves, the feelings of others, and how that can turn into telepathic information. So I just feel like people are going to become a lot more psychic. I feel like a lot more people are going to be, it's not becoming a lot more psychic, it's living this out. So this whole like energy of like going to the tarot community to like, get people to almost tap into the energies that it's almost like the collective is consciously aware that they have been reading the energies and that they've been coming to, whether it's psychics, tarot communities, whatever, to validate their own internal spiritual psychic knowing. But I feel like this releasing of the dam, this dam was blocking people from acknowledging their own psychic intuitive gifts, which I feel was a way to suppress us, keep us easier to control. I mean, there's lots of reasons why that occurred, but regardless, this releasing energy feels really good. And it also brings me to this message about the Matrix. So we speak really, really negatively about the Matrix. And the reason why is because the state of it, right? The Matrix is the fundamental properties of the Matrix at this point is like slavery, capitalism. It's not rooted in love. It's not rooted in spirituality. The Matrix it has really negative connotations, but if you really look at the history of the Matrix, essentially we created it, right? So it's really fucked up that we have a really negative persona on the Matrix when it's something we created. We have no pride in it. And what I channeled is because it was overrid by a virus. So think of the computer, right? If your computer gets a virus, you're not going to stop using computers, right? You're just going to get a new one or fix the computer you have or try to wipe the virus off of it. This is essentially what's happening to the Matrix. So the Matrix isn't the problem. It has been overrid by a virus, just like in a computer. So it got me to look at the Matrix differently. It got me to have like this sadness and compassion. Look at the crane. Look at the crane. You see it? One big crane. Anyways, it got me to look at the Matrix a little bit differently and then realize, like, how evil would it for this virus to override the Matrix and get us to abandon it because we think it's evil. The same thing that we've spent so long trying to build and maintain that would bring us freedom and liberation and a stronger foundation to sit on. We abandon it because a virus took it. Right? So what do? You throw the baby out with the bathwater? Or do we understand how to really bring healing and remove these parasitic energies? It's like no different than your body, right? You eat all this shitty food, you eat all this low-grade food, and your body starts becoming overwhelmed with things like parasites. These are external things that essentially leech on you and feed off of you. So you have to do cleansings and you have to do these things to get these things out. This is, that's on a micro scale, right? Everybody's talking about cleanses and washouts and all this stuff. What would that be on a macro scale? That would essentially be a giant purge and a washout from Mother Earth. So I feel like this parasitic energy in society is essentially getting purged. These are people, these are institutions, these are ways of thinking. I feel like our world, our earth is sick and it has parasites in it, and we have to purge it. And our consciousness and our abilities to be able to heal ourselves individually is going to apply internally, so within, so without now. So the Matrix isn't bad. We want the Matrix, or else we essentially start back from zero and we're building an infrastructure all over again. And then I was thinking about something really interesting. You guys can let me know your thoughts. So from my understanding about the Anunnaki are essentially the species, the extraterrestrial species that brought slavery here to Earth. But the Anunnaki are also responsible for bringing technology to Earth. And I was wondering if, like, I thought it was interesting, almost like the snake, right? The snake has the poison, but it also is the antidote, right? It's the same, it's one and the same, it's both sides of the same coin. And I don't know, it made me just wonder if slavery also brought technology. Technology is what essentially is going to liberate us. Think about even just the internet and what that did for freedom and liberation. But it was brought here, technology is brought here by the same entities that essentially brought slavery. So at least that's just from what I've been studied, what I've been taught. I'm not saying I'm fully sold on it, but I was interested in the concept, and I've been hearing the same things about the Anunnaki being tied to slavery and being tied to technology and being responsible for bringing that here on Earth. I woke up and seen my notifications. Hey, Ruby, and it is Monday. We technically did go live on a Monday, which is nice. I'm happy to know the internet's good enough I can keep up with you guys. And for Patreon gang, I have a couple more videos that I have to upload. I think maybe about 4 or 5. But the rest of the videos are up for the month. And then for the February Patreon gang, I won't post probably until about the 10th. But I might actually post earlier if it doesn't take me 12 hours to upload a video. That connection is bizarre, yet it makes sense, right? I don't know. I was curious too. How are you guys? I was going through like a meltdown before I left. Oh my God. Like it was the weirdest thing, like an awakening. My head, my heart, I was like crying tears of joy. I was like, it was things of light that were making me emotional. I wasn't crying tears of sadness. It was just constantly crying over beautiful things and joy, and I don't know, it was like a really weird, bizarre feeling, but I started off feeling really triggered at first. Everything that exists is meant to. It's about understanding the necessary balance. I'm late. You're not late. I just came to do a little energy check-in, and there's something funky in the air. There's something wrong with the atmosphere. And I remember the last time I was here, we were in the sea, and there was a bee. And I came out of the sea with the bee, and I'm like, save the bee, it's fucking dying. And the Rasta was like, Bo, bee in sea. That doesn't make no sense. Bees don't go in the sea. They don't swim in the sea. So I he said something's wrong with the atmosphere. Something confused this bee to bring it here. So he was saying from months ago, there's something wrong in the atmosphere. There's something not right. And then when I came here now, the temperature, the weirdness with certain water springs, not all of them, just certain ones drying up the way they are. The last time I was here, there was tons of rain. Now there's none, and the temperature's low. But this week, the temperature really spikes up, and hopefully it'll bring some rain. But something's off in the atmosphere. Yes, this is Jamaica. I'm in Jamaica right now. Hey guys, solar flares. Solar flares have been a thing. Solar flares have been affecting you for the past 2 years, because the sun is coming to the end of its 12-year solar return. So it takes 12 years for the sun to age, if I remember correctly. So when it comes to the end of its age, like its year, it becomes the most powerful, from what I researched. There is me. Children feel the same way too. Something has been off, feeling it for a while. I've been struggling so hard, Destiny, and it feels like everything around me and under me are falling apart. And for once in my life, I don't know what to do, and that's okay. This is about faith. What happens when everything around you falls apart? Do you have faith that that one spot you're standing on is going to be okay? Do you believe that everything around you can fall apart, but the path that you're on will remain? This is about faith. This is what this is about. Faith hasn't been a tangible currency in God knows how long, but I promise you it's going to be. Your faith is what's going to keep you alive. Your faith is going to move like money. If you don't have faith, you're broke, and it's going to show in how you live, what you've got, what you don't got. Okay, so faith is now, we're coming to a point in our collective's awakening where we actually have to have things of real wealth. Money isn't going to cut it. Being pretty isn't going to cut it. Having a nice house isn't good enough. Is your soul a nice house? Is your love, which is the most powerful vibration of all, i.e. the most powerful dollar, highest currency of them all, do you got it? Or do you have a low grade dollar that doesn't convert on the international scale? Like real shit. Faith is a currency at this time. So now this goes into the sixth aspect of the soul, which is amazing. I'm really excited to finally be clear within myself enough to share this with you guys and hear your thoughts, because I didn't really want to bring it to you until I was sure about what I felt. I didn't want to be, it's not influenced, but I just wanted to be clear about what I was thinking and feeling and downloading about it. But I want you guys' opinion, your thoughts. I'm sure you guys have downloaded this. This is a collective energy. So the sixth aspect of my soul is the collective. It's the collective consciousness. So when I was telling you, for example, when I went into the water and I came out with the bee, and the Rasta said that something's wrong with the ecosystem, that something's wrong with the atmosphere, and he could tell just by looking at that bee. That is him, his ability to be able to tap in to the collective consciousness, where you can look at any person, you can look at any species of animal, you can feel the air, you can know what's going on the macro scale. You can get your clear senses, can give you visions, thoughts, and feelings about places and people you'll never go and you'll never see and you'll never meet these people. And you can feel how they feel. You can get visions of what they see. When they cry out in the ethers and pray, you can hear them. That is your collective consciousness. We have a a shadow consciousness, a dark worker consciousness, a low vibrational consciousness. Then we have a higher consciousness, a light being consciousness, a light worker consciousness. Then we have the masculine consciousness, the feminine consciousness, the inner child consciousness. The sixth dimension of our soul is the collective consciousness. How much can you tap into it? How much do you know Wagwan? That's why the news is so demonic. It strips away the need for you to connect and tap into the collective consciousness because it's being fed to you. Don't be lazy, collective. The news is inside of your soul. You want to know the international news of Wagwan? It's inside of your soul. And yes, you might not be able to see certain details, but I believe that as we ascend and we grow and we unlock multiple, so once we're at the 10th dimension of our soul, and we've been working with the 6th dimension, the collective consciousness, for a decade, you don't think you're going to be able to see things and understand things that the news talks about weeks later, months later? And then you can see the news and be like, they're lying. That's not right. Because you've been tapped into this energy from time. You knew there was going to be, you knew the natural disasters were coming in because you looked at the birds and you watched the skyline and you could smell the air and you knew something wasn't right. You didn't have to wait for the inevitable to happen. You knew it was coming. This is a very important aspect of your soul you've already been using in some form or fashion. This is about us honing in on it to make it another one of our superpowers, no different than we did with every other aspect of our soul. Okay? So this makes sense why this came now, because we would have had to do all of this healing, understanding, coming into union with our nature, which is the authenticity of who we are, in order to be able to tap into anything real externally to us. This is why we always get like, God, I thought I knew this person. I thought we were this. I thought we were that. You weren't tapped into the collective consciousness, the energy outside of you. So, yeah. And then a balanced, and there's a bee literally in front of me right now. The divine has jokes. There's a bee. So then the other message was about balanced consciousness. So this is going to feel really overwhelming, which is part of what I felt like I was feeling before I left. I felt out of sorts. I felt out of balance, but ironically, it was because I was coming into calibration. So this balanced consciousness that the divine is talking about is like, okay, great. You spent all these years becoming consciously aware about these different aspects of your soul. That's amazing. What happens when you become consciously aware about them in the present moment? Each and every single aspect of your soul lives consciously in your existence, and you don't have to bounce from inner child to masculine energy. And no, it's all living in one breath. So this is also part of the work that we're doing moving forward. Some of you are achieving this period already. You're already feeling balanced, like you're feeling like you don't spend 3 days in dark energy or dark worker energy where you have to focus on self and isolate yourself, and then go into light worker energy and you're just serving. You feel like both live in everything you do. You feel like your inner child glistens in your eyes at all times, and not just in these pivotal triggered moments. Your masculine energy and feminine energy work in a co-ed situation to get shit done. I told you the world isn't going to work if one or the other lead. The yin and the yang showed you that. You're always going to have an imbalance if the masculine and feminine aren't in tandem. Which patriarchy, matriarchy means it's not in tandem. We need a co-ed situation. And your soul teaches you that, because when either one was dominating your soul, you had an imbalance that you cried about, that you manifested outside of yourself. You always manifested outside of yourself to try to bring balance with inside of your own soul. So if you were super feminine in nature, whether masculine or feminine, you always seek the opposite of that, because you were trying to find balance within your soul and you couldn't, so you put the onus on somebody else to do it. Okay? Oh, that's the one. So are you coming into a balanced consciousness where all of them live? I'm telling you, the kind of power and freedom and force that we get to experience when we do this is what makes those dreams you thought were impossible, possible. Those dreams you thought were impossible, possible. I'm telling you, this place where I'm at is divine, fam. You want to see my room? This is our room. It's really cute. I like this hotel. It's, yeah, I have all my shit. And then it's a nice little bathroom. It's cute, right? And it's got the AC, which we don't really need because I'm just so sensitive with AC. And then I walk out and that's the view. Isn't it so cute, guys? I'm not gonna lie, like the Camingo, but this is way better than the Camingo. I'm not gonna lie. But for the March one, we're actually gonna shop around another secondary hotel because this one's kind of small. We can't have a really big group, but if we want to bring more people down in one trip, we would need a secondary hotel. So we're actually going to look at the neighboring ones from here. And so for those of you that are registered to the Camingo location, the price won't change. We'll use the exact same budget, and that's what we'll negotiate. And but we'll just try to find a hotel a little closer. Okay. But anyways, I'll keep you guys updated on the March one's gonna be lit. But each one, I actually think it's good because the January one, that was the group that the most people backed out of, and it ended up being so small. I was gonna cancel it, and then shout out to the people that are going who are like, no, I'll go, and I want to be in a small group. So, but every group gets bigger. So January is our smallest group. February, it's then quite a bit bigger, and then March is going to be the biggest group. That's what I think. I think March will be the biggest one, and it'll be hotter. Small and intimate is good. Well, especially for our first one, right? As we're like, but we actually finally like designed the itinerary of what activities we're going to do every day. We're going to have so much fucking fun. It's really going to be a really, really good time. So, yeah. 3/16, my born day. Hey guys, so yes, from a spiritual perspective, when we're talking about this work here that we actually do, balance consciousness, okay? No more segregating your soul. Allow them, so like we used this analogy before, if your soul is a house and all of the parts of your soul have a room, yes, they're functioning in your soul together, but they are segregated. They're all locked away in their own space, individually, functioning alone. They don't feel they have the support of each other. They don't feel the aspects of your soul. They don't feel like they have a sense of community, which then your conscious mind goes externally and tries to seek, and you never feel like you get it because you have to find it here first. Allow all the parts of your soul to come into the living room of your soul, and communicate their feelings, their thoughts on everything you do. Everything from what you want to eat to where you want to go, how you want to live, what you want to invest in. And it's hard, collective. It's hard. This is not easy. This is not easy. This is not easy. This is not easy. I just became consciously aware that this was even a thing. I'm not coming to you like I do this. No. This is very triggering for me. About collective consciousness. A bitch moved dolo. Then the divine's like, dolo? Good luck trying to do a fucking retreat in Jamaica, and you need a whole village. Good luck trying to raise kids, bitch. You want kids and a family? Good luck doing that on your own. Dolo, about you don't need no village. What? I have to come out of this. So this is why this whole fucking collective consciousness. And the joke is I've been tapped into the collective consciousness, but I haven't come into union with the collective consciousness. Remember, look at how this works. You guys in the comments are more in union with the collective consciousness in the comments than I am on here, because I talk and I don't really have to take in what you guys are saying. I mean, I do, but I don't have to. Half of the time I don't, and I run my mouth and then I leave. That's not collective. This retreat, though, is super collective. I have to be here. I have to be present. I can't shut down. I have to be here and fully present consistently. For a group of people, that's new to me. My mom's like, you have to meditate every morning. That's what she said. Oh my gosh. Oh. My back's been fucked since the airplane. Like I slept aggressively on the airplane. Like I didn't eat or consume anything. And like I felt disoriented, like when you have a nap on the plane? No, like I was out cold on the plane, and I just messed up my back. Oh, the Feb 16 to 21, we didn't actually launch it. I just felt like it was too much. I didn't want to overwhelm us. I still wasn't as confident and sure as I am now. Like now that I'm where I'm at, yeah, we could have totally done the Feb 16th to 21 session, like in addition to the February. Like we could have done them all, but at the time I just didn't want to push it. I just didn't want to feel like I want quality over quantity. You know what I mean? So whatever. We have our 3 sessions, one in Jan, one in Feb, one in March, and yeah, I lock my divine feminine away because the people in my life, it's like Gem living in my head. Yeah, but, and I get that. I get why you're territorial and protective about your feminine energy. But if you're not allowing your feminine energy to be a part of the collective, your own collective consciousness, meaning the parts of your soul are communicating, or you're trying to, even externally to you, you are trying to deal with people or function in certain spaces, but you don't allow that part of your soul to live, you're not going to be able to create anything. You're not going to be able to create anything, and everything will die. Feminine energy nurtures and it creates. And without it, everything dies. It withers away. Your feminine energy is what waters your plants every morning. What happens if your feminine energy decides it doesn't want to water plants anymore? Everything's dead. Right? So really think of, yes, having to protect your feminine energy, but give her a little bit of credit. She really is a warrior, and give your masculine energy a little bit of credit that your masculine energy don't play about your feminine energy, and neither of them play about each other. Give your soul some credit. Some of you guys don't let your masculine energy live because you relate it to a toxic masculine that you were raised by, like a father or something. You don't give your own authentic masculine energy a chance to live because you don't get to know it. You just assume it's just like the men that you've been exposed to in your life, and it's not. It's not. So if you actually take some time to get to know yourself, you might be pleasantly surprised and really proud of who you are in comparison to who you were raised to be and who the people were that raised you. Give my body more credit and love. Yes, that too. A lot of the time, like, I realized I was having foot pains because I kept telling my feet that they were ugly. A lot of people have you know why a lot of people's hair don't grow and why a lot of people have hair problems? It's because they hate their hair. They want a different texture. They want a different color. It's ugly if it's not long. That is negative energy you're literally sending to yourself. So if you say something mean to somebody and it hurts their feelings, you say something mean to your hair, it's going to hurt its aura too. I can tell when somebody don't like parts of themselves. They bust up. They mash up. That's why I have so many structural problems in my upper body. I don't like how my shape like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. And then my body can actually feel it. And it's like, ow, bitch. Like, ow, bitch. Like, that was mean. And I'm like, ow. And my body's like, yeah, bitch. I said the same thing too when you said I was fucking ugly or you didn't like how it was set. So. And now I'm like, no, body, you beautiful. Everything about you's perfect. And it's like, yeah. More. Tell me more. I can't believe how long I went telling my feet they were ugly after everything my feet do for me, and they walk me around and they're literally the foundation of my entire vessel, and I went around saying you're the ugliest feature of my body. What? You think it's funny, but I thought the energy I was in last week, I was bawling wata at the foot massaging place, like having tears in my eyes as like Lawrence caressed my feet like they were. You guys, what about our siren energy? I avoid it, but I know it's there. Your siren energy, what is that, like the inner hoe energy? Or not the inner hoe, but the inner energy that knows it can get whatever it wants? I like that energy too. I have that in me for show. Mirror work. I needed to hear this. Because it's so short and gentle, I never worry about feeling like doing it, and it helped me gain a practice I love you. Have a great time in Jamaica. Thank you. Any primal energy downloads? What do you mean primal energy downloads? You guys asking about sex? Oh, you guys are all talking about sex now. Oh, I know why. Because I'm in Jamaica, and Jamaica's a sexy place. You know, see it. You can't help it. You can't help but feel like it's just sexy. Everything about Jamaica is sexy. Like everything. Hey, sizzle. Snap, crackle, pop. Had to learn how to love my feet. Yep. I want to go for a walk before I start work in an hour, but the bed is so comfy. Oh, Lord, give me strength. Yellow spheres. I love your energy. Hey, guys. Panda River, Panda Bonk. Hey, Queen. Hey. Right, needed to hear this too. I have these messed up upper body problems too. Yeah, I do. Part of it, though, too, has to do with my, is it this chakra? The chakra, so whenever you feel afraid or worried, you're supposed to engage this part of your body, and I don't. And I get that from, like childhood trauma or some shit. Like, it's spiritual. I don't know how to explain it yet, but it's spiritual. It's like, as I strengthen myself spiritually, I sit up straighter, and it has to do with this chakra and then the muscles I'm engaging in this part of my body, if that makes any sense. Anyways, well, I have to do more research on the chakra system to be able to really talk to you guys about. Smoke a blunt in the Macias for me. Yeah, that makes sense. That's the portal to your release therapy emotions. Oh, there was a chick on Instagram. What's her name? Melanated. She what's her name? Let me find her, because she was literally she just started doing trauma release classes. Trauma release therapy. Fuck, how am I gonna find? I'm the worst with names, man. Try to find her and I'll repost her on my Instagram. But yeah, she's starting classes like in an in-person forum where people can come and sit and do these release therapy sessions. I thought that was cool. Hey guys, just saying hi, doing an energy check-in. Top of the morning. Yes, we here. Yes, Nikki Z. Yes. If you liked her video, you can go into your likes. A male as the divine feminine wants me to trust her a lot more during these. Oh, and I was channeling some weird ass shit, like some of you. I don't even know if I want to get all karmic this morning. Big up Muma. Hey Neek too, Ra. Good morning. Ooh, the water sound. You guys can hear it? You wanna see a little bit around? Go around, walk around a little bit. One day Square's gonna channel to you. What are you doing, Square? I told you the spiritual path leads to everything you want. It's worth it. Straight up. Straight up. So here's the bar area. Nice little kitchen area. And then they have the gazebo here. And then when they have a little dock. So right now, the sea's on its period. That's what the Rasta said. The sea's on its period. So you don't swim in the water when it's like this, when it's kind of rough like this. But, yeah. We can go. The lady offers us like sailing, so she'll take us out. She's like, do you think your guests will want to go sailing for a day? I'm like, we have a jam-packed schedule, but I'm sure we can some sailing. Which they've got the sailboats. We can just go around here. Isn't that nice? And then we have the gazebo here, which I like this little area. In the night, it's all lit up. Like they have lights in the water and shit. So you can chill up here. We can play looty, we can pull cards, we can do readings together. We're gonna have so much bumba clap fun. Let me not bust it wide open on the internet this early. Because you guys don't know me, eh? You guys think you know me? Oh, you guys don't know me, though. You guys think it's all fucking... I need to get somewhere like immediately. Yes, you should. You just have to manifest it and don't make it about money. If you make it about money, then there's nothing to manifest. Money doesn't manifest itself. You have to manifest something for it, right? So you tell the God that you're ready. You're ready to explore. You're ready to go on an adventure. You're ready to, in whatever way you decide you want to do that. You say, I want a vacation, not I need money so I can go on a vacation. That's not how you manifest, right? You don't need to ask for money. You need to be clear and set your intentions about what it is you want so that money comes and goes, I'll fund that for you. Oh yeah, you have lots of reasons you need me. You have lots of greatness that I can live out. Yeah, make money want you with all the great ideas that you have for life. Yeah, I love me in the sun too because I come from Canada and I stay inside the house and all I do is smoke, cry, pull tarot cards, and deal with my dog and work like a dog. I can't say that I haven't worked like a dog ever since I left corporate. I'm not going to make you think that God expects you to work like some dog because I'm employed by the Most High and God never expects me to work like that. God expects me to work hard, but not like no dog. Like that's an old infrastructure. You're just supposed to work. That's good enough. Work. And then here, we get to lay down on these little chairs here and just lay in the sun like this. I love this for me. Okay, guys. So yeah, I just wanted to give you a little energy tech check-in. I ain't even gonna say the internet seems really good, right? So I probably will pull cards at some point and do like an actual live where we sit down and tap into the energies. I just wanted to share some of these messages. Like I said, I broke all of this shit down on Patreon. So if you want to see me a really hot mess, I mean, I was a beautiful mess. It was beautiful, but I just felt like one video I cried the entire time, like a half an hour video and didn't stop crying. And I just pushed myself, don't stop, just keep going, just keep reading. And it's just really intense, man. But I feel a lot better. But there's just a lot with regards to this balanced consciousness, like getting to this balanced place. Like you have to understand what that feels like at the beginning. It feels maddening, fam. Like it does a little bit. It feels like all these, like I can see where people went mud, because if you gained a balanced consciousness before you reached a certain conscious level, meaning like you could hear all the aspects of your soul, but you weren't conscious enough to understand what was going on, wouldn't you feel like you had lost your fucking mind? Like, wouldn't they think they would have had to lock your ass up because you're saying, I'm hearing voices, and you might be talking in different voices. Meanwhile, it's just your masculine, feminine, inner child expressing themselves. Like, do you know what I'm saying? It would look mud. It would look fucked. You would think you were crazy. But because you're more awakened, I think you're going to have a consciousness as to what's happening. I think you might feel overwhelmed and look externally to you and be like, yeah, I've got a lot going on, but not enough to overwhelm me the way I feel. Whoa. Another crane. There's a family. I lost track of what I'm saying. It's just so nice. Yeah. I love that we're just here together, guys. You guys going to work. Have a good day. Have a good day, guys. Enjoy work. And I will see you guys for sure. And we'll pull cards and I'll see what's going on. We'll get more specific in each other's business and shit. But hopefully you guys kind of feel like these downloads trigger or at least acknowledge what you're already going through in your spiritual journey. A lot of people are even people who are awakened in this journey, a lot of us are just scattered in different stages, phases, perceptions, you know? I don't feel like there's a linear way of going about the spiritual journey. I just know for myself personally and the people that I resonate with at this, for myself personally and the people I resonate with at this time, right now, there's this focus on the collective consciousness. But even all of these events, retreats, we've been talking about getting together, all of that was just a reflection of the collective consciousness. But keep in mind, it's not all just about people. It's your ability to be able to look collectively at everything alive and gain valuable information about our future, our environment, and what steps you should take now. Like Rasta being able to see 1B in the sea and knowing that the environment, that something is wrong in the atmosphere and something a fuck up. And then 3 months later, the water's drying up in Jamaica in certain parts. That's what I'm saying. When you're awakened, you know it before it happens. It has nothing to do with being psychic, fam. It has to do with being awakened. Rasta knew something was wrong from months ago. And when the rivers dried up and everybody was shocked, he goes, this was prophesized. This has been prophesized. And he goes, if you looked around, Mother Nature has been showing you something's not right. Look how she's moving. She doesn't move like this time of year. Look at the water. The water's never like this time of the year. Why are there bees in salt water? They don't come here for salt water. They go to the river. The river's nowhere near here. What's causing the confusion? So just know that. You don't, you know. You come here to validate what you know. Because you want to be able to trust yourself again. And unless you get external validation, you don't back yourself up, and you have to work on that with yourself, man. How do you think it feels? Because you guys know it. You guys probably had a parent where no matter what you told them, they always had to, or a friend or a partner, where it didn't matter what you told them, they always had to go and get valid verification from somebody else. So you would tell them something, they'd be like, oh, okay. And then they would go and ask somebody, and they would tell them, and they'd be like, yeah. Yeah, people just need beer validation from. That's what it's about. It has nothing to do with psychic abilities. Everybody has them. Yeah, it's crazy you're talking about this. I had a dream about wanting to be a part of a beautiful, loving, cohesive team, because that's a part of your spiritual journey. You did all of the work to want to have all of that cohesion and beauty inside of your fucking soul. It's only natural to want to experience that externally now. That's a testament to your growth and development. That's beautiful. Walking home from work. Have a great day. All right. I love you guys. Manifest to go wherever you want to go. And do whatever you want to do. Some of you guys do need to manifest a vacation. Some of you guys, I feel, some of you guys are watching this. You're not even listening to me. You feel emotional hearing the water and seeing the sun. You guys haven't gone on a vacation or something like that in a long time. Some of you guys haven't gone back home in a long time. Some of you guys are triggered by like me not being home, and because of what you need. You have to acknowledge what you need. Make space for it. Make space to manifest the finances for it, because you guys make it about money and it's not. I swear to God, it's not. 12 years, yeah, Tam, like I can feel that. I caught alive. I hope you're having the best time. I am, thank you. I'm looking up tickets right now. Oh, and just a reminder, if you haven't sent me your flight details, thank you to you guys that sent me it yesterday. You guys need to send me your flight details. We cannot arrange pickup at the airport without them. Very, very important, okay? And I need your flight number as well in case you don't come out of the airport. I need to be able to track your flight to know if you landed. Love you guys. Recovering from 2020 has been dense. Where can I find the link for the group trip I want to join? It's on www.queencup.ca. All right, but I'm going to let you guys go. Have a great day. Love you too. I'll catch you guys in a couple of days. Say hi, Square. Look, Square is having his own conversation. for him. So, hi. This is him trying to, that's him talking Canadian. Say it like a Jamaican.
Hi,
No, say
hello.
it like a Jamaican.
Oh, Wagwan. Wagwan.
See the difference?
Yeah. Wagwan. There, man.
Do you see the difference? Hello, that's the kid. His Canadian accent is just as bad as my Jamaican accent. I'm jealous of masculines you get to be around. Yeah, I know. Well, if you're a divine feminine, you're always going to be around divine masculines. Even if they're not your divine masculine, you're always going to be around divine masculines. So I'm always surrounded by some high vibe men that love on me. Straight. I kiss back home so much. Yay. All right, guys, I love you. Hey, Empress True. Hey, Evodi TV. Nevada. Wagwan. Yeah, that's how you say it. I have such beautiful divine masculines in my life, right? Exactly. But I know most divine masculines I know, they have pure divine feminines in their life. And they're not even their women, but they don't care. They're there for them. They'll support them. I'm always surrounded by divine feminines. We love you and tribute for Goy giving us your time. I love you too. Have a great day. Mwah. I love you guys. Yeah, I have tea and I have like karmic shit. We're gonna keep this one high vibe. I'll come back. Maybe we'll do a nighttime one. The morning ones we'll keep high vibe, and the night ones when I put on my hoodie and shit we can go in. Yeah, I cut. Look at this. See this cut? I got it from waxing my upper lip. I took a piece of my upper lip off when I waxed. It's just a fucking mess. I was a mess before I left, man. Summer retreats? No, I'm gonna try to go to the US for the summer and do like events. But the next retreat will be in Ghana in January at the Portal Forest, hosted by Dr. Wellington. All right, be safe. Thank you. I will. Love you guys. Catch you guys later. Mwah.